Hello everybody, welcome to Karla's Bunny Trail. I'm Karla. Hey Aurora, can you turn that AC off right there? Because it's loud on the video. Sorry everybody, I should have had that taken care of. I didn't think about it till I hit play. Well, I'm sitting here with this young man. Now, he has been renamed. Aurora said hi. He has been renamed. Let me come in a little bit closer. There we go. We just got home from the last day of Vacation Bible School that the Mason and Aurora went to, and they had a lot of fun, and it was really good. It was really cute. And I thought I would do a quick video while I have, hey, I actually did my hair today, you guys. Got my makeup on. Well, you know, if you don't put makeup on a lot, you kind of get out of the practice of doing it, and not very good at it anymore. Or maybe it's me getting older. My face is getting uglier. Okay, so this little boy, now my husband had told me, because I was calling him Harry. His name is Harry. And my husband was like, no, he doesn't look like a Harry. He looks more like a Donald, like Donald Trump. So for the longest time, he was Donald. But I kept looking at him, and I kept saying, thinking, no, that's not who he reminds me of. He was reminding me of some character off of TV. Finally, after months of just looking at him, trying to figure out who it was that I saw his personality as, and you guys, have you seen The Little Rascals, the movie? There's the little character, and his name is Froggy. This is Froggy, everybody. Froggy, tell everybody hello. Hello, you guys. Now, Froggy has also become a part of our classroom. The littles that I teach absolutely love Froggy. And I'm right in front of them doing the voice, and they see my lips moving, and they're still watching him. It is the cutest thing. But they love Froggy, and I'll put him up, and then my little 3-year-old, I come back into the room, and I had stepped out. I was preparing lunch, and I walked back into the room, and she was sitting on the couch, and I noticed she was really quiet, so I peeked around the easel to see what she was doing, and she had Froggy sitting on the couch with her. And everybody likes Froggy here, and I want to find him a little lizard, because at one point in the movie, he's talking about the little girl that moved in next door, and she came over and she wanted to play, and he taught her a lesson, and all the boys in the club like, what happened? What'd you do? And he said, I whipped out my lizard. And he pulls a lizard out of his overall pocket. So I want to get him a little lizard to go in his, look, can you see it in his little pocket there? So everybody meet Froggy. Hello, everybody. When I really get into his voice and talking to the kids and everything, my 25-year-old told me that I make him sound like an old man that's been smoking his whole life. I said, that's the way Froggy's supposed to sound, and I sent him a video of the Little Rascals where Froggy's talking. Anyway, I had seen Sandra, Frozen in Time Reborns, do Cuddles by Christina, This or That, and I wanted to participate. So Froggy and I are going to sit here, and I've got the little notebook right here, and we're going to answer the questions, this or that. And so the theme, or title, I guess you would call it, is Summer Lovin'. This or that. And it's, if you go over to Cuddles by Christina, this is her channel. This is her, what'd you call it, a game, tag? Okay, so number 1. Sunrise or sunset? And I've always been a sunset girl. Sunset is what I always go with. Sunset. Okay. I just think the sunsets are romantic. I like the sunset. I'm a romantic. So sunset it is. And I like to sleep late, which, you know, having kids, you don't get to sleep late very often. So sunset's not my thing. Okay, so number 2 is beach or pool. And for me, it would be, I prefer a pool over a lake, a beach, a pond, a tank. Pool, most definitely. And that is because I have a fear of water I cannot see through. I'm afraid something's going to bite my toes off. You know, I don't know why, or that I'm going to step on a dead body. And that's from what, that's my paranoid personality, because I watch true crime, you know, pretty much any free time that I have, I'm got true crime going. And so yes, I don't want to step on a dead body. You never know what is in that water. I mean, it's nasty stuff in the lake. And I swam in it as a girl. I swam, spent summers at the lake, loved the lake. Not now. I think the fear of the water kind of, I don't know when that took on. I mean, it was after my kids, you know, were born. But yeah, I will say 2 summers ago, they did get me into the lake. And I enjoyed it. But I do not like, I need shoes. I don't like slimy, feeling the slimy with my feet. I don't like the mud squishing between my toes. And I know that when I was a girl, gosh, we just take off and run out there. Well, I stepped on a fishbone while I was in the lake, and it hurts. And every time that wave, you know, the wave would come in and roll out, that fishbone would just move as I'm trying to hop on one foot and get into shore, you know, to get that fishbone out. So I think that has a lot to do with it. But I have nightmares even now of drowning, you know, and I'll wake up like holding my breath. When we watch movies on TV where the people are diving or whatever into the water, I hold my breath for them, you know. So I don't even like to watch movies where the people are diving and in the water, underwater, you know. I just don't even like that. However, I think it's I hope I didn't miss it. Every year, me and my son, Mason, get all excited. It's like, it's Shark Week. You know, I love the shark movies. Well, some of the shark movies. I love all the Jaws movies. I grew up with those, you know. And then, you know, there's a few of the newer ones that I've watched. But you've got to be really careful, because some of those shark movies have things in them that, you know, nudity and stuff like that, and we don't let the kids watch that kind of stuff. So but Shark Week, and then also they've changed it, and they do a lot of like game shows and stuff like that just don't really interest us. We just want the movies. So it could possibly be Shark Week, I don't know, or Shark Week's coming. But yes, and I will never, ever, ever, and I know people say never. I will only get ankle deep in the ocean. I've been to the ocean one time, and I was pregnant with my daughter. And honestly, I don't remember anything about it. I don't remember. My husband said we went to the beach. I have a blank spot. I cannot remember anything about it. Anything. So, let me see. I feel like this is just positioned really weird. But if I twist it, well, we'll try that for a minute. Okay, so, my hair, y'all, it's a frizz ball. I didn't put any mousse on it. It was wet when we left to go to the church. And so, yeah, it's got frizziness. It's always frizzy. I just have that type of hair that no matter what I put in it, it's frizzy. But anyway, okay, so I digress. Pool. Pool is what I would be in. Okay. And as long as my children are with me, they will not be going in the ocean either, except ankle deep. They will not be swimming. Now, my older ones have gotten in the ocean and swam. I can't stop them because they're older, but they know Mama's fear of sharks and all the creatures in the ocean. So, anyway, they better be careful. Okay, so number 3 is hamburger or hot dogs. Hamburgers, most definitely. I've gotten to where I just really don't. I had a surgery, and hot dogs no longer take. I always joke that during the surgery they must have traded out my tongue with someone else's, because since that, my taste has changed so much since that surgery. And hot dogs just seem extremely salty to me. I don't eat as much salt anymore, which is very unusual because we grew up with the salt and pepper shaker in the middle of the table, and you salted everything, you know. And it wasn't anything against my mother's cooking, because she's, goodness, she's like a chef. She's she's an excellent cook. But we just salted salt, and not now. I don't salt unless it's a tomato base, whatever we're having that's tomatoey, then I do salt, but most of the time I don't. So hot dogs just seem really salty to me now these days. Now, however, if you're at the lake, I like a grilled, like on the barbecue pit, but I want them black. And then I like to really fix it up with like sauerkraut and onions and cheese, and, you know, sometimes pico de gallo on it, you know, stuff like that. But I would definitely prefer a hamburger over a hot dog 99.9% of the time, with cheese. You gotta have cheese on a hamburger. Okay, so number 4 is camping or glamping. Definitely glamping. Too much paranoia going on over here. I need walls around me. Nothing anybody can cut through and steal my children out of the tent. Yeah, no, not happen. And I even have when I was a child, we had gone tent camping, and a group of men came into our camp, and we laid there awake and listened to these men that came in and tried to steal my dad's boat. Now, my dad, it wasn't a motorized boat, it was a paddle boat. Well, when I say paddle boat, I'm not talking about the ones that you use your feet to paddle around. I mean, you know, you had a rowboat, maybe that's what you call it. He would run trot lines out, you know, and so then that's what he would check the trot lines with. And so it was nothing fancy, but they were carrying it and trying to steal it from us. And in the meantime, you know, my dad was getting up, getting dressed, you know, waiting for his moment to surprise them and come out. And he did. And he went out and scared them, and they all took off and ran and left. But still, you know, as a child, that's terrifying, traumatizing to a child. And so maybe that's also in my memory where I want walls. Now, I have gone and stayed in a cabin, you know, 4 walls, has the bolt on the inside that you lock so nobody can come in. And it had AC. It had, of course, at that point in time, we didn't need the AC. It had a heater, so it heated because it was cold. It had electricity on the inside, so it did not have a shower. We had to actually go to the showers, which is okay, you know. And I'm trying to think, it did not have a toilet, so we had to walk to where there was the public restroom. But it wasn't like those nasty just holes, you know, where you gotta hover over, because that's another thing with the lake potties, you know, it would just be like this hole that you can see all the nastiness, feces and stuff just turning and stuff down there in the bottom. I was terrified even as a child to sit on one of those because I was afraid a snake was going to bite my butt. So even as a girl, I wouldn't sit on those. But now at that place where we were at, they had you know, normal restrooms and the showers and everything, but still, it still seemed a little You know, I would have preferred the shower and the toilet to be in my cabin. Uh-oh. Ginger's. My cat was knocking the tripod. Okay, so glamping, if that's what you call glamping, you know, with the electricity and the walls. Yeah, I did enough of that camping in a tent and all through my childhood and into my high school years that no thank you. Rained on, you know, and they're like, don't touch the sides of the tents because once you touch the side of the tent, it starts leaking. Yeah, it leaks anyway. At least the one we had did. It leaked and it poured rain. Yeah, it was a mess. Glamping for me, everybody. Glamping. Okay, so number 5, reading list or playlist. I love to read. I love romance novels. And I love the novels from the 1800s, romance from the 1800s, or the Western romances. And I can read a book in, you know, a day and a half. However, I'm so busy all the time that I don't have enough time. The thing is that when I start reading a book, I don't put it down until it's done. And I will neglect everything that has to be done that you know, a mom needs to do. I won't do laundry, I won't do dishes, I'll lose track of time for supper. So, you know, over the years I've just gotten to where I don't read. I just don't read anymore. I do love a place. So like if you're at the lake, just spending the day at the lake, fishing, just grilling, you know, stuff like that. I would say a playlist. I was born in 79, and so I love, I'm an 80s fan, a big time 80s fan girl. Cyndi Lauper, my girl, woo woo, gonna be going to her concert soon. I'm so excited about that. I can't even tell y'all how excited I am. The only other concert I've ever been to was New Kids on the Block, and I was in the 2nd grade, and I've not cared to go to anymore. I just, you know, I've never really wanted to go to any other concert. And my daughter called me, my oldest daughter called me, and she's like, hey, you want to go see Cyndi Lauper? She's going to be like an hour and a half from us. I'm like, heck yeah, there. And I'm even going to dress the part. I am going to be putting on my gloves, you know, doing my hair 80s style, doing my makeup like her, you know, the rainbow eyeshadow she did. I am going. And I think it's funny because like with my 2 girls, living children, I've always said, you know, this is your song. When you grow up, this is your song, and every time you hear it, it's going to remind you of your mama, that my mama gave me this song, you know. So like my oldest, that's 20. So wait a minute. My oldest daughter, I had to think for a second, is 26. My oldest son is 24. Okay, so my 26-year-old, I have that song, Just Dance. It is a country song. I think is it Martina McBride? I told her from the time she was little, this is your song, because she used to dance all over the place. And it's just a really, really sweet, loving song. And then Aurora's song is True Colors by Cyndi Lauper, you know. And so I really want Aurora to get to experience Cyndi Lauper, you know, with her mama. And Aurora already knows all this, you know. I always tell my kids, I'm like, you're the coolest kids ever, because we either in our vehicle, the music is either set on the Christian station, that music, or it's set on, what do they even call that station I listen to? It's the 80s, you know. And it's so awesome because my 12-year-old son Mason is like, he loves Bon Jovi. He loves Bon Jovi and thinks it's the coolest thing. And Bon Jovi comes on and he's like, oh yeah, that's my song. You know, and he's not at that point yet where he's wanting to just listen to that, you know, secular music. Is that what they call it, you know? But I mean, hey, look, what is the 80s? It's secular, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, oh well. So, um, so where was I at? So playlist. I like to listen to my 80s. Makes me feel like I'm young, you know, makes me, oh, I remember when this, I can, you know, go back in time with a playlist. Okay, so number 6 is popsicle or ice cream. And that is a no-brainer for me. Definitely ice cream. Now, my children, they love popsicles. And they will eat the whole box of popsicles, you know, if I let them that night that I get them. And then I'm always telling them, you know what? I'm just not buying any more for summertime. Everything's so expensive now. What was it I saw? I saw something on Facebook that said, oh goodness, it was something, I don't know, I can't remember how it was worded, so I don't want to mess it up for you guys. So let's go on to number 7, road trip or flight. I'm neither really. I'm a homebody. Road trip. I've got children, you know, road trips with the kids. Are we there yet 100 times, you know? Not so much, you know, and I like my home. I like being at home. We can't go away very long because we have, we have animals and they have to be taken care of, and unless one of our older kids are available, which they all have jobs, you know, cats, you can put food down and as long as they've got plenty of water and plenty of food, they take care of themselves. The dogs can't do that, so, and neither can the chickens, neither can the pig. Uh-oh, sorry guys, sorry. Oh. Sorry, I bumped my lamp over here. Okay, so, I'm neither. I guess if I had to pick one, I've never flown. Okay. So I have flown one time, and it was like they were just giving rides on a 2-seater airplane, and that was rough. That was real rough, and I didn't really like it. And I know I've been told now that you once you're up in the air, you really can't tell anything. My mom just flew to Alaska and back. And really enjoyed. She lucked out. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. My mama lucked out. Let me tell you what. They upgraded her seat on the way to Alaska because I guess they had overbooked for the ride there, and so they told my mom, if you let us put your luggage in another part of the plane, we'll upgrade your ticket and you'll get, better seat. So she's like, yeah, let's go there. It's not like the luggage is going on a different plane or anything, so she did that. And then on the way home, I don't know what happened either. Something happened and they upgraded her seat again. That's just a God thing, I guess. And I don't think she had ever flown either. And I think on the way home, on the way back, was it San Diego to Austin, I think that last bit, she was getting kind of crampy in her legs. Her legs were cramping from the flight. But I think that also had to do with the time that she was there in Alaska. They did so much that, at the end of the trip, you're just done and exhausted. And I think she was just exhausted, and I think that's what happened. But anyway, so I couldn't tell you if I'd rather fly. Road trip, not really. But if I had to pick one, I'd say road trip. And I have no idea where. Okay, so fireworks or fireflies. This is a hard one for me because I can remember when I was a little girl, we had like 2, I don't know if it was like 2 acres for our front yard. And I can remember the fireflies, we call them lightning bugs, just you know, so thick out there. They just look so pretty. And then we would catch them and put them in jars. And then as I got a little bit older, we did very, very bad things and would pinch their butts off and smear their butts up our legs and write our initials on our legs with their butts, because then it was glowing on our body. Yeah, and then I finally realized, hey, when you do that, you're actually killing the bug. So then I didn't want to go there. I went through the stage of, you know, can't kill bugs, you know. But fireworks, love fireworks. Now, I don't want to buy fireworks because I don't want to watch my money go up and blow up. But our town, very lucky, our town puts on a fireworks show for the whole town. And it is tradition every year to go and watch the fireworks show. We always look forward to it. We're actually, this year I've already started buying, like, we're going to take a table actually and set up a table. And I've been buying little decorations to put on the table. And I've gotten the, what was it? Was it the American flag paper plates and you know, and I've gotten star bowls and stuff like that, and I plan on really decorating it up, making it look fun and everything. And the grandbabies, we have 2 grandsons, and they'll be out there to experience it. And then I have this really, really cool idea. So I think I was told that the 4th of July is on a Thursday. Well, I'm not sure how it's going to work, but if so, they won't set the fireworks off until you're such a good boy sitting here. They won't set the fireworks off till about 9:30 here in town. And so I was thinking the Dollar Tree. I'm a Dollar Tree shopper, you guys. I'm always looking for all the new stuff and crafting stuff. And, well, they've got, you know, where you can buy the glow-in-the-dark necklaces, you know, that you snap together, and the bracelets. I'm talking a little quiet because Aurora's over there on the couch, but she's into her show on her tablet, so I don't think she's listening to me. But anyway, even bouncy balls, glow-in-the-dark bouncy balls. And I thought it would be really cool to, when we came home from the fireworks show, if I got a bunch of the glow stuff and threw it out in our pool we just put up. We've got an above ground pool, and the kids have just been having a great time swimming in it. And I just thought that would be fun for them, you know, to get to do. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, so number 8 was fireworks or fireflies. And I said fireworks. Oh, the reason why I've not watched fireflies is because you don't see them anymore. I mean, you don't see them as much. At least here in my part of Texas, you don't see them very much. I see 1 or 2 in my front yard every night, you know, and that's about it. And I think that has a lot to do with, I did do a research paper on it, and I think the fireflies lie their eggs in the ground, I think is what I read. But then when we come along with our pesticides, guess what we're doing? You know, we're killing them off. So that probably, and plus I live outside of town, but not way out, you know. So, you know, I'm sure the further out you go, the more you would see them. But anyway, okay, so number 9, here we are going 28 minutes. I'm sorry, everybody. Okay, so number 9 is sunglasses or sun hat. I don't own a sun hat. I would say sunglasses, even though I've wanted to get me a sun hat, just to protect my whole face. I've already got an age spot that I've noticed come up. Well, I don't know if it's an age spot. It almost looks red, like what I call a blood freckle, you know, right here under my eye. I've got makeup on, so. But anyway, so, but I've always got my sunshades on. And then number 10, bonfire or barbecue. Well, since this is summer, loving this or that, in the summertime, I do not care for a bonfire. Now, when I say bonfire, I'm talking about we're going to have a bonfire. You're going to pile up some sticks out there, some logs out there. That's a bonfire here. Now, you know, a fire pit, that's just a little fire, you know, where you roast marshmallows. That's a campfire, you know. But where it said bonfire or barbecue, barbecue would be for me, because a big bonfire, I don't want to do it this time of year in the summer. Bonfire for me is or winter, fall, late fall or winter in my area, and because then you have a reason to sit around the bonfire. You know, in the summertime it's so stinking hot, you know, you don't want to sit around the bonfire. And barbecue, hey, that's food. I like some food. Unfortunately, you know, I have a love for food. And I'm not very picky. Ugh. But I love barbecue. And the thing is that I'm not much on the barbecue meat. I like chicken. I love barbecue chicken. You know, I don't want it dry. The rest of it, I'm like, you know, I don't have to have any more meat. You know, the chicken's fine. But it's the sides, the stuff that's not good for you, like the potato salad, the pasta salad, the mac and cheese, the hot rolls, what else? What else do we have? Well, no, corn on the cob, you know, has no, really, I don't think, any nutritional value. So yes, so, sorry guys, my nose is itching. So, barbecue it is for me. Now, if you go over to Cuddles by Christina, you can see this little this or that choice game, Summer Lovin'. And let's see what your answers are going to be. Thank you guys for watching. Spend a little time with us. Until next time, God bless.